What's up, Weirdos? It's Thursday. I'm Christopher, and as always, I'm joined by...
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And this podcast is for Weirdos.
Hey, Chris, what are we talking about?
So, just like a little while ago, we talked about aliens. We're going to talk about aliens again. We're doing Aliens 102.
Wow, we've advanced to the
We've
next class.
advanced. So last time we talked about like the different like kinds of aliens, different like physical and non-physical like shapes,
entities.
the entities themselves. This time we're going to talk about UFOs.
The craft.
I will note on here, like in the beginning, that I am not talking about any underwater situations.
Got it. No USOs.
No, yeah, no
Unidentified
submerged
objects.
Which also could be called UFOs if they're floating.
Right. There are. That's something that we could cover because like those phenomena could potentially be aliens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know. It's weird shit.
So Wantis.
But what do y'all know about different kinds of alien ships, vehicles,
I'm gonna go
UFOs?
first.
You go first.
Because Sarah made scary eyeballs and I don't know nearly as much as she does. I know your standard
Thother.
author.
A thother shape. Oh, God, we have a little guy. We have so many of these now.
This little guy. I'm gonna do one thing one time because Sarah said I could do it once and then I can't do it
Yeah,
on
she
camera.
just can't be on while we're
It scoops up a
recording.
little cow, but I'm not retrieving the cow right now because it's precarious.
But it makes fun noises. Wait, does it have just a light version?
no, I mean yes, but when it picks up the cow,
Is when it makes noise.
It makes noise.
Okay. Yeah, it
Something
makes
magnetic.
like scoopy
It's
noises.
so cute.
I mean, oh, fine, I'll get the cow.
Get him. There we go. The cow moves. Great.
Anyhoomst. I know this guy.
You know, a little saucer.
And then I know about the one they talk about in Hopkinsville was kind of football shaped.
Yeah.
Not quite a saucer,
Yeah.
but it was more like rugby, football, kind of
Yeah.
oblong. And then in like the movie we watched last night and stuff like that, it's just kind of there's more like rounded shapes now, or like
Yeah.
Mhm.
They
There's
can
a
be
lot.
any- they can be
There's a
anything.
lot of different variation in what UFOs can be.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about the drones a little bit, and that kind of that shape of craft potentially being something, those kinds of things. And now I'm gonna ignore me while I try to get back to the cow back in its spot.
Your
I know-
turn.
I know about saucers.
Okay.
I know about cigar shapes. I know about the orbs. I know about things that are like that guy.
Yeah, triangle.
Yeah, like but not like quite a triangle. Like it, not triangle, but like
Yeah,
yeah, like a bird,
like a chevron.
like a chevron. That are just potentially government aircraft because they look like stealth planes.
Yeah,
I know about. Did I say orbs? Yeah.
yeah.
Like the circly ones. I'm trying to think of what other ones that I know about that are like from specific cases and not just me being like, this could be a shape. But like football kind of shape, which to me sounds like you're looking at like the silhouette of a saucer.
Yeah.
Right? But you can't see the edges.
What was the one from the aerial encounter? Was it a saucer?
They described it as like vaguely saucer shaped, kind of round. So I think they also said like it kind of looked like a rugby ball because they
Yeah.
were playing rugby. Most of the pictures that they drew were like classic, like flying saucer kind of shape.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that there has been kind of an evolution from like saucer shape, like not necessarily from saucer shape, but a lot of like pilots see the more cigar shape kind of things, and then like individual people on the ground are seeing the saucer shape. as far as my research. I think that's it. I think those are the only ones that I've got. I've got triangle, I've got saucer, I've got orb, and I've got cigar.
Excellent.
Or pill. Like, they're like
Yeah.
long
Skinny boys.
cylindrical situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the one in Austin Powers, which has now come up twice in as many days. Anyway,
Excellent.
tell me about the shapes
Okay.
and kinds.
So the first one we're gonna go in kind of an alphabetical order
Again.
because
love
it's
Good choice.
easy. So we're gonna start with one that I have a lot of examples for because it's seemingly the most common.
Okay.
Atmospheric ghost lights.
Oh, like Marfa.
Yeah. So like Marfa.
I
I forgot about those as a choice.
It also happened in like the Paranormal Ranger. He saw
Yeah.
that kind of light.
You know,
My
so-
brain is just like the Marfa lights. Like those are the
Yeah.
ones that I know of.
So they're just like orb lights that are odd, and people see them and they go, that's not right. And so there's green fireballs that are described. There's like will-o'-the-wisp. There's onibi, hitodama, and we're gonna get into a couple different descriptions from around the world of these kinds of
Lights.
atmospheric lights. Some people say that they're spirits of the wandering dead. They're devils, yokai, fairy pranks. They have been explained as like optical phenomena
Yeah.
of light emitted through like electrical activity. So it's like a weird electrical orb. Like it's not anything like actually paranormal. It's just like, I don't know,
The planet is weird sometimes.
the planet is weird sometimes, and like there is ball lightning and things like that do happen.
Yeah.
And so some of these could be explainable,
Yeah.
but not necessarily all of them can be explained away like that.
Yeah.
So other types of debunks are like could be a ball of gas, ball lightning, meteors, torches, and other human-made fires, and like just the misinterpretation of like normal everyday human objects, like
Yeah.
airplanes, helicopters, whatever, and obviously pranks.
Right.
Like people are gonna do a hoax.
People are gonna do a hoax.
Okay, so we're gonna go around the world. We're gonna start with the United States.
Yeah.
And so I have a handful of examples. The most are in Japan and United States are where we have the most
Of these.
different examples.
That's
Interesting.
actually really interesting from a like nuclear exposure perspective.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Like especially where we talk about where we see a lot of extraterrestrial activity in places like New Mexico, where they did all of the
testing.
for the nuclear bombs.
White sands.
And then obviously in Japan, the dropping of both nuclear bombs on different parts
And they've
of
also
the
had
islands.
reactor meltdowns.
And they've had reactor meltdowns. Obviously, Russia has its own nuclear reaction
Right.
issues, but
That would be really interesting to lay those maps on top
but
of
I
each
just
other.
when you
Yeah.
were like those two have the most.
And
of
when you're like,
these-
where are the sightings? And then you're like, where are the nuclear things?
So
yeah,
I just-
it would be fascinating.
I think it would be something we can look further into, but it's
Yeah.
something that every time we talk about this, it comes back, right?
Yeah.
Like we come back to that, and also with high points of political tension in World War II and some of those things.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting thing that we keep that time frame, but it
Yep.
keeps coming up. Sorry, not to derail.
No,
the
I love that.
conversation.
So, outside of the small town of Hornet, Missouri, there's it's called the Spook Light, and it's just a stationary light that appears in the middle of nowhere.
I love it.
Right? It's,
I want to go to there.
It's good. It's a
It's the
great.
middle of nowhere,
I
but
wanna
we
meet that
we can
light.
go to
It's
there.
like that's one sentence. That's it.
Is it
Most of
kinda
these are like one sentence. Like
That's
there's
fair.
a light there.
That's kind of like the light in oh my gosh, Bachelor's Grove.
Yeah.
It is kind of like the light in Bachelor's Grove, but
Yeah.
the light in Bachelor's Grove moves.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's a similar phenomena.
Yeah,
to
You know.
I
like
was
Bachelor's
gonna
Grove.
say
Because some of these are mobile. Some of these are not.
Did you guys watch the Pixar short Mater and the Ghost Light?
Yeah, I did. I thought about that
You
a
s-
lot
when
while I
you
was
said-
writing this.
When you said it's kind of like, my brain went, the Ghost Light.
Ghost Light.
Ghost Light.
Okay.
If you haven't seen that short, you should.
If you you need to watch Mater and the Ghost Light.
It's funny.
It should be part of your Halloween watching.
So
Halloween's over.
Watch it anyway.
Watch it
watch it anyways. So in Michigan, there's the Paulding Light,
I've heard of that one.
and it's been investigated and debunked as car headlights.
yeah.
Boo.
It's like a weird way that it like
refracts.
it's not even it's like a refraction of car headlights in a way where you're like, there's not a road that way, and it's like, yeah, but
Yeah, but there is. And so then the Marfa lights are on this list.
Woo.
Outside of Marfa, Texas.
Local-ish haunt.
Kind of.
Texas.
Texas. There's the Brown Mountain Lights.
We know about those.
In North Carolina.
Yep.
And the Gurdon Light. It's a multicolor light
Ooh.
outside of Gurdon, Arkansas.
We could go to there.
We could go to there.
On our way to wherever it is from Eureka Springs.
Is there anything west of Texas?
On that list.
Not on this list.
That's interesting.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Everything is east of the midline of the country.
Yeah, that is interesting. I hadn't.
And Marfa is the closest thing to
To
New
looked
Mexico.
To New Mexico.
'Cause
Anyway,
Marfa's-
sorry, that's it.
Marfa's on the border.
I was like, there's a lot of things that are like in the south.
Yeah.
As you said, Missouri, Arkansas, Texas, North Carolina.
And then Michigan.
And then Michigan. Michigan's the one outlier of
Yeah,
those,
that's the
but
outlier.
it's like still, and that's
It's still east.
of that. I mean, it's in
And-
the Midwest, but
and-
the Midwest is east of the middle.
and,
Yep.
and Michigan's a weird place.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
So that's all I have for the United States. That's
Yeah.
all that's on this list for
And
the
Bachelor's
US.
Grove is also east. It stays
it's in
the
Chicago.
because it's in Chicago.
Yep.
If you know of a ghost light, a atmospheric phenomena
In the
light
western
in
United States.
west
anywhere.
west of the Rockies, let us know. Or west of Marfa even.
Yeah, west of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota. Like west of that, let us know.
Yeah.
That's the midline.
We're curious to know.
by the way.
So Australia,
Ah.
there's one. It's called the Min Min Light.
Ooh, that's fun.
And it occurs out in the outback.
Okay,
And this is a light that has been reported for
a while.
as long as people have been there.
Oh, that's cool.
There's one from Canada, the St. Louis Light, or St. Louis. I don't know how they...
Say St. Louis.
St. Louis Light. Mysterious beam of white light near
Beam.
St. Louis, Saskatchewan.
Oh yeah, that's Louis probably. Saskatchewan is west of French Canada.
Now we're going to get into Japan, and there's a bunch of them.
Amazing.
And I don't necessarily know where all of these places are. I have their names.
But
I
yeah.
don't have the context for where
Yeah,
these
you don't have the
places are.
context of where it is on the map.
So there's Osabi, which literally means guide for yarn on loom fire.
Oh. Okay.
In the Nobeoka, Miyazaki Prefecture area, atmospheric ghost lights were described in first-hand accounts until the middle of the Meiji period. So that's like not recent.
Yeah, not now.
2 balls of fire would appear side by side on rainy nights at a pond known as the Mizuma Pond.
Neat.
We have Obora. It is related to legends on the Omi Island in Ehime Prefecture. It is supposed to be like the spiritual fire of a deceased person. So it's a spirit.
It's a ghost.
There's Kane no Kami no Hi, fire of the metal god. It appears in folklore from Sogo Nippon Minzoku Goi. It appears on New Year's. It appears behind the Shinto god's shrine on Nuwa Island.
That's neat.
And it is accompanied by sounds that sound like human screaming.
Oh God.
Horrifying.
It is interpreted as a sign of good luck that the goddess has appeared to like grant good luck into the coming year.
Good luck.
I was like, that's really cool. I would hate to experience that.
Right. There's the Kinka, which is gold fire. This fire appears in a fantasy collection, but is also reported.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, there's a fantastic story about it, but like,
But also it happens.
also it happens. It's said to appear at Hachiman, Hoshikaido, and Komatsu. And it's like a very electric looking ghost light.
Okay.
What did you say that one was called?
Kinka?
So, not similar name, but the pottery style where they fix it with gold is kintsugi.
Yeah.
So like I was like, that sounds similar to the where they fix broken pottery with gold.
Yeah, I mean, it's gold fire, so I'm assuming it's,
Yeah.
The kin part is
The
probably
kin
gold.
is probably gold.
yeah.
Sorry, I was just
No,
like,
it's interesting. It's interesting to see the different, like, translations of words and, like, how different, like, base words work. It's fascinating. There's Kumobi, which is spider fire, in a legend in Tenko Village in the Shiki district, Nara Prefecture, now Sakurai. Hundreds of spiders became a ball of fire in the air, and if you touch it, you die.
Hi.
please
No.
no, thank you.
There's
Harrison would die just out of fear.
There's the Gongorobi, the fire from Gongoro.
Great.
After winning at gambling, a person was killed. His murder became a ghost light. Like his spirit became
Became a
this ghost light.
Neat. I mean, not neat. He shouldn't have been murdered, but
Right, and so this light shows up before rain starts in the area, and so if people see that the ghost light is out,
it's gonna rain.
they go take their
Their laundry in.
like their laundry in. It says their rice drying racks in, like all their shit that needs to stay dry comes inside when they see this ghost light.
They're like, well, it's time to bring this stuff in. It's gonna rain.
Get the furniture.
Get the stuff. What's his face says it's gonna rain again.
Yep. Hosenbi, Hosen fire. This is from the Edo period. There was a person who made their livelihood out of selling hosen, which is a candy made from sap. And
Maple candy.
yeah, it's maple candy.
But different.
Or whatever tree they're
It's
they're
whatever
sapping.
tree.
It was like I have the scientific name of the tree, but it's not
It's fine.
not pronounceable.
No, it's fine.
And this seller of candy was killed by a robber, and so
Oh no.
Boo.
ghost light fire.
Why would you kill a candy seller?
It's interesting that
to
a lot
steal
of
their
these,
candy?
These Japanese stories
Are ghosts.
are ghosts.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the lore comes from a murder or like a wrongful death situation.
Yeah.
Anyway, just an interesting. Just my brain was like, that's a neat point.
You know, it's interesting, but like they're all grouped in these like atmospheric
Yeah.
phenomena lights.
I mean, even here, bless you.
I told you they're not demure or mindful. I warned you. I warned you.
Even here, like, they're called ghost lights, but we do think of them as like a ufological phenomenon,
Right.
instead of a paranormal phenomenon.
Yeah,
Like
because-
a ghost phenomenon.
At least my thought behind the like term ghost light is like, yeah, it's a light, and we call it a ghost light
We don't know
because
where the fuck it comes from.
right, it's like it's
It's a disembodied light.
yeah, it's not attached to something.
It's the ghost of a light.
Yeah.
Not a ghost light.
Right. Where in a lot of these Japanese stories, it's
It
like,
is a
no, it's a
ghost
ghost light.
Light. Good distinction. Good job, team.
Yep. So next we have the Sorikanko, which was a beautiful girl who received many, many, many marriage proposals, and
Everyone
she
loved
turned
her.
them all down because she
Good.
loved somebody else.
Of course.
And so one of the suitors buried her alive.
Oh God!
Ah, you're
in-
all so sad.
They're real sad.
if I can't marry you, you should be buried in the dirt.
no
living.
one can have you.
Worse, inside of the Nita River.
Ew.
So underground in the river. And so her ghost is a ghost light that exists in that area, and where that river was is now a cement factory, and the
Oh.
cement factory has a shrine to Konko.
Well, that's good.
Right? We only have
Dramatic,
we have
but-
2 more Japanese
Okay.
stories, and then we'll move on to a couple others, and then we'll keep moving on.
Yep.
We'll keep on trucking.
Keep on keeping on.
We have the Susuke Chochin, which means stained paper lantern.
Oh.
It's told in the legends of Niigata Prefecture on rainy nights. They
also a lot
float
of rain.
around very whimsically,
Very paper lanterny.
very paper lanterny, where bodies are washed for burial. So, like, essentially, like the morgue, where bodies are being prepped to be like
Right.
put away.
Yeah. Put away.
They're being put away.
You wash it and then you put it back in the cupboard.
You wash it and you put it away.
Yeah,
Put it away.
I mean, you can put it away in the dirt. You can
Put it away in a furnace.
put it away in a furnace. You know, whatever. And so our last one, this actually kind of surprised me because there's a restaurant that we go to named this, Nobi.
Uh-huh.
It's called Field Fire. So is the translation, the literal translation. A legend from Nagaoka district, now in the Kochi prefecture. Nobi appears in a variety of locations, but is described as an umbrella-sized fire that would float and bursts into like star-like lights.
It's like fireworks. It's an umbrella firework.
Kind of.
What
It's
a
just like a
weird-
floating cloud
so
of
odd.
fire.
Umbrella sized
Yeah.
and not umbrella shaped is such an odd specification.
Right.
Because, like, is it umbrella shaped? Because that kind of looks like a UFO.
Yeah.
But why umbrella sized? That's so odd.
You know, I would assume that it's also umbrella shaped. Otherwise, I feel like they would have chosen a different descriptor.
They would have said it's bigger than a bread box,
Yeah,
weighs more than a duck.
exactly.
You're ridiculous.
Okay. In Norway, they have the Hessdalen lights. They are unexplained lights in the remote valley of Hessdalen,
Wow.
with reports dating back to at least the 1930s.
Okay.
In England, there's the Longdendale lights that are reported over the sky, in the sky over the Peak District in northern England, with stories dating back hundreds of years.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's what we have for atmospheric ghost lights. Type UFOs. They are unidentified flying objects.
Unidentified flaming objects. Ayo.
A lot of them are flaming.
Yeah.
Next, we're moving on to black triangles, which is what you described.
I did.
There's a handful of different shapes, whether it's like a chevron, a true like triangle, or even just like triangle shaped lights, like lights in a
threes,
triangle pattern, like
Yeah.
3s or 5s mostly. That sometimes the actual black triangle part is visible, and
Yeah.
other times it's like, I don't know, maybe.
And sometimes you think it's one craft, and then they break apart, and then they fly around individually, and that's crazy.
That's crazy. But so they're typically observed at night, described as large, silent, hovering, slow, and have pulsating colored lights, which can turn on and off.
yeah.
There were quite a few reports of black triangles in the UK, which seems like one of the more popular places that people see this shape of UFO.
Fascinating.
To the point where the UK Ministry of Defense addressed these unidentified aerial phenomena, the UAP, the new term for UFO,
Bullshit.
with a project that they codenamed Project Condign. Condign. Condign.
Yeah, Condign. But
Condign.
that's dumb. Give it a cool name.
Right.
You did it all.
You could have even just called it Project Black Triangle, and that would have been better than Condign.
Right. But so it includes
Project Swallowtail. Like,
right, something cooler.
Which is what they look like.
But so it includes a lot of analysis on different black triangle sightings.
Yeah.
But the UK Ministry of Defense basically like vetoed all the sightings. They were like, I don't
not
think
real.
so. I think you're making shit up.
It's not real.
So here's a quote from it. The majority, if not all, of the hitherto explained reports may well be due to atmospheric gaseous electrically charged buoyant plasmas that are capable of being transported at enormous speeds under the influence and balance of electrical charges in the atmosphere.
That doesn't describe the triangle.
Right, it doesn't explain the
explains the
triangle.
lights.
Right. It's a fine explanation for weird lights.
Yeah.
However,
But that doesn't
what about
explain the black triangle that's carrying them.
They also said at least some of the black triangle observations likely arose from meteor showers entering into the atmosphere.
They didn't even go with the easy explanation. Of
No.
Like, you saw American stealth bombers.
Right. Which is like, that's way easier to be like, you saw... That's an airplane.
That's an airplane. Like, you saw, they're like, no. Like, this to me is like the weirdest version of this. They didn't even pick the easiest thing. They were like,
No.
it's an atmospheric disturbance. And it's like, the black triangle that I saw is a fireball in the sky?
Yeah. The black triangle?
Black triangle, the absence of light triangle that I saw is a light? And they're like, yep.
They did, however, put a recommendation in the report to like pilots, like all aircraft pilots, like military, professional, hobbyist, whatever, that they should not try to intercept or outmaneuver the objects and instead just like hightail it out there, like turn around, don't go towards it, just turn around,
Interesting.
put it astern of your plane, to mitigate the risk of collision.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
What do they not want you to see, pilot?
But
Fly directly towards it.
it was not like, even though it was a military report, it was not peer reviewed. And so some people have a lot of doubt in the scientific validity of this.
They're describing a black triangle as a flaming ball of gas.
Yeah.
That's not a black triangle.
No. So we're going to cover a couple different flaps because
Of these black triangles?
yeah, of these black triangles. So in the 1980s, around the Hudson River in New York State, there were a bunch of sightings of hovering or slowly flying V-shaped objects rimmed with colorful lights.
What year? What era?
1980s.
Okay.
Several pilots claimed responsibility for these UFOs, reporting that the objects were tracked to local airports and parking lots, where ultra-light aircraft were flown in formation. But that doesn't necessarily discount, like,
Yeah, the ultra.
you're having a V shape
Yeah.
rather than just the lights
Yeah.
in a V shape. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so there were a bunch of different sightings in the 1980s around the Hudson River of these kind of black triangles.
When did we develop? Do you have this? When did we develop that shape of stealth bomber? Do you have that in your notes?
No.
Okay, because I want to say it was the 90s. Or let me rephrase. I want to say it was publicized in the 90s, which would mean that those could have been.
I think it was publicized later than the 90s.
Okay. I'm going to look it up.
It was the B-2 stealth bombers is what you're thinking of, I think.
Pause for Google.
Pause for Google.
Yeah, the B2 Spirit.
Have you ever seen one of those in real life, though?
No.
They're really cool. They're freaky.
Fast as fuck.
They're freaky looking.
Yeah, they do look like a UFO.
Yeah, like you see them and you definitely do like have a sense of like, I don't like that.
Okay, I specifically want the B2, please.
But one difference I will point out between the B-2 stealth bombers and these reported incidences is that the stealth bomber is fast.
Yeah, these are described as flying
plane.
slowly.
Yeah, these are mostly hovering and flying very, very slowly.
They're kind of trundly.
So these were being manufactured and tested as early as 89.
Okay.
And they were officially introduced
Mhm.
and like adopted in 97. So it took them that long to like fully adopt the technology. And then we were told about them. We have 19 of them still in service.
Wow.
It doesn't tell me when the information about them was released to the public. But anyway,
I feel like I remember it being. I feel like I remember that information coming out.
that's fair.
So I feel like it
It was
had
later
to
than
have been
that, for like the 2000s, late 2000s, early aughts, late aughts. I
late
mean.
aughts. Yeah.
Late aughts. Anyway, so like, I'm not saying like, hi, I'm me. I'm not saying that these were that. I
Right.
am just saying these were around.
Right.
At the end of the 80s.
At the end of the 80s.
And that is why it's like super easy for people to look back on those and go like, oh, it's just a B2. Like it, like
Right. Some of these, sure, they might have been.
They might have been, but no.
in
And they don't
the
have the
early
color. They don't have
80s?
colorful lights on them. They're stealth planes.
Yeah. Especially because, like, the Hudson River flap, it specifically says the early 80s.
Okay, yeah. So it wasn't these.
So, like, it wasn't... Unless they were doing some prototyping or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
But also,
these were not a thing.
those are slow.
Yeah.
B2s are fast.
Yep.
Those have lights. B2
Colorful lights.
Colorful lights. B2
They
doesn't
don't-
have colorful lights. They're a stealth plane.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to see it.
It's like that's the
That's
point.
the whole
That's
point.
the whole point. Okay. So, our next flap we're going to talk about is in Belgium.
Ooh.
Um,
I breathed in and choked on my own spit.
curses.
I got really excited about Belgium and
Belgium.
then died.
So these sightings began in November of 1989. I flipped the 8 and the 9 in my brain.
It's okay. I got really excited.
1989. And there was a particular peak on November 29th
Okay.
where over 30 different groups of people saw 3 separate groups. Or, no. The fuck do these... What does that...
Chris did a bad sentence.
This is a bad sentence to look at.
Chris wrote a poor sentence.
3 groups of people saw 3 groups.
30 different groups of civilians and 3 groups of police officers
Got it.
saw these UFOs.
Triangles.
These triangles. They all report of a large object flying at a low altitude. It was flat and triangular with lights underneath.
Okay.
It did not make any sound as it slowly moved across Belgium.
Ew.
Yeah. Odd.
Is
30
this-
different groups of people and 3 different groups of police officers.
Is the spaceship in Close Encounters a triangle?
Maybe?
This isn't important. Carry on.
You can't.
I feel like it's...
Because
I think it's saucer shaped
okay
from this, but I think it's triangle from
the
below.
bottom. Yeah, because that's also the ones in Independence Day are triangular.
Yes.
Well, they're more like this.
They're more like
Yeah, they're a little more diamondy.
Yeah.
they're
arrow.
like kind of
Yeah.
pyramidal.
Close encounters
Um,
of the third kind.
But these sightings continued.
Nope, it's fully just a circle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a circle.
Damn.
It's okay. I was thinking of the ones from Independence Day.
But
film.
so during this flap, it like lasted into 1990 because it started
In November, yeah.
in November, continued on. 2 Belgian Air Force F-16s attempted to intercept one, or intercept an object that was detected by radar, but the pilots could not see an object.
Whoa.
But this entire flap has been disputed by everybody.
How dare they dispute?
Most witnesses say that it was completely silent. People say that the lack of noise could have been the engine noise being in the opposite direction, could have been muffled by like automobiles or like strong wind muffling.
A low-flying aircraft.
Right. But most, if not all of these, were visible by radar,
Ooh.
which is
Interesting.
fascinating.
Ooh.
That's not as common.
Ooh.
Ooh. But it was in 1989 when we did establish that the B-2 bombers were...
Yeah,
Yeah.
but why would we be flying over Belgium?
fuck if I know.
I was like, we're allies with Belgium.
Why would we be
send-
hanging out
don't
over
know.
Belgium?
maybe the U.S. Air Force was taking them over there to be like, look at our cool new toys.
Look at our
planes. Show us. Let
But
me
these were also described as not flying quickly, right?
Right. They were
They're
all moving
very
slow.
and B2s don't have slow.
They don't move very slow.
They zoom.
They go pretty fast.
They zoom. Part of the reason why you don't see them is because they're gone so quick.
Mm-hmm. So next we're talking about the Phoenix lights, which, yeah, I know it's the Phoenix lights, but like they were also attached to triangles. So
Oh.
Thursday, March 13th, 1997.
I was 2.
You were 2.
I turned 2 that day.
Uh-huh.
My second birthday. A thing happened.
There were UFOs in the sky.
Wow. You know what? Yeah. Iconic.
There were widely reported appearances of black triangles called Phoenix that ended up being called the Phoenix lights.
In Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep, above and near Phoenix. Some appeared to be in groups that made a large V formation.
So they were triangles and also making a triangle.
Right.
Crazy.
And they hung around for like several minutes at a time. So not necessarily just like it's there and it's gone.
It's
Yeah.
not a.
It's
It's not a
like
dash.
It's like what the fuck is that? And then it would be gone once you have enough time to sit there and go,
Huh?
that's not an airplane.
Yeah. That
It's not Superman.
It's not a bird. It's not a plane. It's not Superman. What is it?
What is that?
It's a triangle.
Some residents of the area said that these black triangles were over a mile wide.
Whoa.
And that they
Chonkers.
slowly drifted over their houses.
Hate slow.
It's terrifying.
So disconcerting. They're like scanning.
But they were seen at nighttime. And
That's worse.
They blocked out the stars.
they blocked out the stars as how they saw them moving.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't block out my stars. I need those.
Right? And so an official report from the U.S. Air Force concluded that the military had been locally testing aircraft-launched flares during that period.
Aircraft launch flares don't block out the stars.
Right. Like that can potentially
Explain
the lights, but it doesn't explain the blocking out of the stars.
What blocked out the stars, Air Force? Tell
Yep.
me. Tell me now.
So there was another flap, January 5th of 2000.
Ooh, that's only 25 years ago. I was going to say, that's so recent.
25 years ago. All in Illinois. So it has a couple different names depending on where locally you are in Illinois.
Yeah.
So it's called the St. Clair Triangle, UFO over Illinois, Southern Illinois UFO, Highland Illinois UFO.
Okay. The first one is the only one that's a cool name. Everything else is just like local UFO.
Correct.
Call it a triangle. That's neat.
So the towns of Highland, Dupo, Lebanon, Shiloh, Summerfield, Millstadt, and O'Fallon, Illinois, started seeing these black triangles in their areas beginning shortly after 4 a.m. that
On
day.
when?
January 5th.
Great.
Was that an election year?
2000? Yes.
It's like right before inauguration.
No, inauguration would be 2021. Or it would be 2001.
I would like
Bush had been president for 9 months when 9/11 happened.
Right.
I would like to
Sorry. That was a very odd derail.
make a timeline of when flaps are and when
Election.
That is an election year, but that is not when.
Right.
It's not an
it is
inauguration.
the election would have been in November of that year.
right. I know, but I still would like to map that,
Right.
to record that data because I think it would be interesting. I'll get into it a little bit more
Later.
further down in the notes. But this incident was featured in a shit ton of TV shows.
Oh yeah, of course.
Seeing is Believing, UFOs over Illinois.
They got their own show.
They got their own show via Discovery Channel.
That tracks.
job,
Sci-Fi's Proof Positive.
I love proof positive.
Sufjan Stevens included a song on his 2005 album Illinois called
Amazing.
Concerning the UFO Sighting Near Highland is the name of the song.
That's a great song name.
Yeah.
That's my kind of song name. Way too many words.
But
By Fall Out Boy.
the FAA, which is the like federal
Flight
aviation
Administration?
yeah,
Flight Administration?
Flight Administration.
I'm pretty sure.
Federal Aviation
Oh,
Administration.
Aviation Administration.
My brain was like FFA.
No.
FAA.
FAA.
That's
Not
Future
the far-
Farmers.
Not the Future Farmers of America.
Look.
So the FAA said that the sighting reports may have been because of an advertising blimp being operated in the area called like the company was the American Blimp Company. So there's that.
Look. At least they're blaming aircraft finally. And not saying, oh, that physical thing that you saw, it was a flare.
It was a flare.
At least they're blaming aircraft now.
Yeah.
I will give them some credit. Wrong shape. Blimps are round.
Blimps
Blimps are not
round.
triangular. But credit where credit is due. That's an aircraft.
Yep. And so now we're still in Illinois. We have Tinley Park and Oak Forest over a few years on a couple different days. There were so August 21st, 2004, October 31st, 2004.
Halloween.
October 1st, 2005, and October 31st, 2006.
Halloween again.
Halloween again. 3 red lights hovered in a triangular formation were seen by multiple witnesses.
Okay, ladies, now let's get in formation.
Mm-hmm. Some people photographed the lights and captured them on videos. According to some ufologists, their analysis of these videos and pictures are that the lights did not change their orientation to each other as they moved
Okay.
around,
Right.
indicating that they thought that they were connected
Yeah,
to
it's
something.
one craft, not 3 lights.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
3 separate lights.
that in those instances they did not necessarily see a black
craft.
triangle.
Yeah.
But they did see these 3 red lights all seemingly attached.
An implied black triangle.
An implied black triangle. This one I don't have much information on. It just says the 8th of January 2008, mass sighting in Stephenville, Texas.
Election year.
Election year.
That's when Obama got elected.
In 2023, it was included in a Netflix documentary series called Encounters, claiming that there were
you
black
believe?
triangles and what appeared to be insects or a praying mantis inside of these black triangles,
Blech.
which like is odd. That stands out from all of the other black triangle stories. Like that's not a
They saw a
detail
guy.
that is in any of the other ones.
That's fun.
Fun is a relative term for what that is.
So there's a couple different like debunks associated with these black triangles,
I'd
including
love to see a praying mantis, man.
it would be so fucked up. I'd be so upset.
I'd be like, it's happening.
It's
It's
happening.
happening.
So classified military
Aliens
aircraft.
abduct me.
Classified military aircraft are common
Explanation.
for what these are. Especially because several sightings have been reported over Antelope Valley, an area of desert in Southern California that we know to be an area that like the U.S. government tests aircraft in, and is connected with like Edwards Air Force Base and U.S. Air Force Plant 42.
You know, where they test shit.
Where they test shit. And so a geographic analysis by the now inactive National Institute for Discovery Science suggested that black triangles might be U.S. Air Force craft. And so this is a national institute that says
It might be these.
it's probably
A lot of them are
it's
probably
probably
these.
the military. Okay, so the next thing we're talking about, we're moving on from black triangles.
Okay.
We're going to talk about drones.
Oh, right, drones.
Oh,
Me.
is this the part
Drones.
that you're going short on?
Yeah, this is what I'm going. I'm skimping a lot on this section because I want to cover them in much more detail because I was able to find more sources of people talking about this.
Drones.
Because it is the flap that happened last year.
Yeah.
And like I found a map and I put it in my notes. I don't have it in this set of notes in my like Discord stuff.
Right.
I found a map where they highlighted all of the states that this
Phenomena.
flap was happening, and Texas was on there, and I was like, "This is so exciting!" I was like, "I feel so like validated in what I saw and like the weird shit that was going on."
I'm just glad you didn't get fucking abducted, dude.
Yeah, it was a concern for a little bit.
I love you so much. I was really worried.
I was just gonna be mad they didn't take me.
Yep.
I was worried how would we get you back?
If you get abducted by aliens,
Uh-huh.
you have to tell them to come get me.
Yeah,
The second you
we're
wake
all
up,
going.
the second you wake up, don't take her. The second
Okay,
you,
you can stay
the
here
second
then.
you wake up in the white room with the light on your face, you go get my friend.
Go get my friend.
We were supposed to go together. Go get my friend.
And if I get to experience this and she doesn't, she'll kill me.
Yep. And so like in my notes, in all caps, new thing. We talked about it as it was happening. New Jersey drone sightings.
Yep.
So the majority of these sightings last year in 2024 happened in New Jersey.
Right.
But it eventually spread to nearby states and others. Like we saw them
Texas.
here in Texas. Okay. So these reports were all large unidentified drones, mostly being observed at night, which my sighting was at like dusk.
I'm about to say yours was like evening.
It was evening.
Yeah.
Like the sun was still up, but it was like setting.
Yeah.
Twilight.
Sun's getting
Twilight.
real low.
The sun's getting real low. And most of these sightings happened in November and December of 2024.
And yours was in November.
Yeah.
Because yours was on election day.
On election night, yeah. So a lot of these happened over residential areas and critical infrastructure that did prompt investigations by local, state, and federal authorities.
Hey, buddy, you live NASA.
You live NASA.
I live
We said it then. We'll say it again.
I live NASA.
He lives NASA.
And right near NASA, military Air Force base.
Yep. 2 airports, NASA, and an Air Force base.
So, investigations by both civilian and military agencies concluded that a lot of these sightings were largely authorized drones and misidentified manned aircraft. Celestial bodies, so like fucking meteors, and other routine aerial objects like airplanes.
Wrong.
Which my object doesn't fit in any of those. Like it could have been a manned aircraft, what I saw, because I definitely saw an area that looked like a cockpit.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see anybody in it.
Right. No praying mantis.
No praying mantis.
Unfortunate.
And it
honestly,
was not airplane shaped.
the worst.
Like it was not.
No, it was drone shaped.
It was drone shaped, and it was fucking odd.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a whole episode on it. Don't worry. We're gonna talk more about it.
Yeah, I'm
Talk about the drone.
I'm gonna dig up more information. I'm gonna find other people who saw them.
Dig too deep, like the dwarves. of
Yeah.
Moria.
This is my passion project. So because of social media, lots of people were talking about this.
Yeah.
Especially in like smaller weird communities.
Like mine.
Like yeah. And so there was widespread confirmation bias and mass hysteria that was associated with this flap. Where everybody was like, "Oh my fucking god, there's fucking shit in the sky." And it's like, well, some of it might be normal shit.
Right.
Whatever I saw wasn't.
Right.
And I will stand by that till the day I fucking die.
Yeah,
Right.
so says the Snapchat story we got. Don't worry.
And it's like somebody in, I don't know which Facebook group it was in, like Santa Fe Talks or something, like
Yeah.
a local Facebook group, posted like, is anybody else seeing these drones? Like they were experiencing something, and somebody in the comments was like, yeah, my son got one from Target, and it's like,
Wrong.
no, dipshit.
You know, because like my mom was also sending me posts from her area of Houston on a similar like community,
Yeah.
like ask the community
Facebook.
post,
Yeah.
or Facebook group of people going, but like her area of Houston was also experiencing
Weirdness.
weird drone stuff.
Yeah.
My mom didn't see anything,
Right.
but people in her area were.
Yeah.
And so there's the the potential of like maybe it's military shit again. Maybe it's weird military stuff that isn't released, which I can accept that.
Right.
But I saw something weird
You saw
that
something-
I haven't seen before.
Correct. Like you saw a new thing.
I saw a new to me thing. But that the like military things is a less supported explanation for that
Yeah.
flap. What I didn't know was in 2019 and 2020, Colorado experienced a drone flap. There were lots of unidentified drones being observed in the skies of northeastern Colorado and western Nebraska, December 2019 and January 2020.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Very fascinating, especially because remember January 2020 was like the January 6th riot, and like
Yeah.
it was a transition of power
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
According to reports, these drones were flying in grid formations that seemed to be like search patterns. In groups of up to 19, and were visible at night between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. The FAA, FBI, and local law enforcement all investigated the sightings, and even until now have not determined what that was, or if like they've not reported that they've determined an operator for the drones or anything.
Right.
But something to note is flying drones at night without a waiver from the FAA is a violation of federal law.
It's against the law.
So like
Don't do it.
even like your kids, like
Your drone from Target.
your drone from Target, you cannot fly that at night without FAA
without
approval.
a permit.
You got to have like a driver's license to do that.
Yeah.
So Palisade, Nebraska, somebody counted 19 drones at one time.
That's a lot.
That's so many.
It's a lot. According to the Denver Post, the drones flew in groups of 6 to 10 and were usually seen from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
It's a fucking flock. A flock of drones.
Yeah. But the sheriff of Phillips County, Colorado, described it as like a grid search is what these drones look like they were doing.
Looking for something.
They stated that the size and number of these drones made it unlikely that they were being operated by hobbyists. We're moving on from drones now.
Hooray!
So next we're going to do flying saucers.
Yay! My children.
So this is a big grouping of like a lot is grouped into flying saucer. So you have your typical like disc shape, you have your rugby shape,
Yep.
you have football shape,
Yeah.
same shape, but like all of these like elongated, roundish.
Yeah. We have so many of them in this room.
Yeah, and I even saw like the cigar shape like put into here because it's like, well, if you saw it from one side, it could be a saucer.
Yes.
Right. But these are like the pop culture. This is what an alien drives.
Yep.
This is the alien car.
This is Alien Car.
Vroom, vroom.
That's why there's so many in this room.
Yeah. They're said to be piloted by non-human beings. Allegedly, a National Guard pilot died in the pursuit of a flying saucer in 1948.
A year after Roswell.
Yep. Just like all of these other sightings, like the first debunks were like, it's new military shit. But like, we know now that the shit people were seeing in the 40s and 50s, hasn't been declassified. If
Right, we don't have saucers.
We don't have saucers. If that's true, it hasn't been declassified yet. But by the 1950s, flying saucers became synonymous with aliens. Descriptions of saucers vary widely. Some of them have the little like glass dome on the top where you can see a pilot.
Yeah, my little dude.
Yeah, just like our little guy on the table over there. Some of like early reports have them moving very, very fast.
Yeah. Like zipping.
But as time went on, there's more hovering that is described. They're generally
Ominous hovering.
right. They're generally round with sometimes a protrusion on the top. The lights are described as every color.
Yep.
There's no consistency with light color.
Nope. And sometimes multicolored.
Yep. Witnesses describe them as either silent or deafening.
Yeah.
That's it.
No in between.
No in between. They can be seen alone or in formations. The sizes vary widely as well.
Yeah.
Some of them have been described small enough to fit in a living room.
That's just somebody's car.
That's somebody's
That's
car.
the alien Prius.
Yeah.
It's a smart car.
And
Yeah.
then there's one that was described to be over 2,000 feet wide.
That's a boat.
Yeah.
There's a mothership.
A cruise ship.
There's a cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
And
A smart car.
a personal vehicle.
Yeah. And these sightings are most frequent at nighttime.
At
Just-
nighttime.
Just like most of these, yeah.
Yeah.
Nighttime. Daytime.
Nighttime. Daytime. And so 1947, there was a flying disc craze.
Crave.
Sarah
We're all
craves them.
craving
Me.
them. So
I crave them.
obviously Roswell. There was debris that was recovered outside of Roswell.
Deborah.
It became the basis for conspiracy theories and all sorts of government cover-up, this and that.
Because if they didn't want us to have a conspiracy theory about it, they should have just given us the debris.
Correct.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. And then one that I talked about in Aliens 101, the Maury Island incident.
Oh, yes.
Where the UFO, the aliens dumped shit into the water off the coast of Washington.
Yes.
Those both were like flying discs.
Yeah.
In 1947.
Yeah.
So that is what I have for our discs and saucers and so on.
I have one of those as my desktop background.
It's pretty cool. We're gonna talk a little bit about Foo Fighters.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Not the band.
Not the
The
band.
thing the band named themselves after.
Yeah.
We talked about it in Aliens 101.
We did. Very briefly.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Very, very briefly. And I
Okay.
went, what?
Oh, right. And I
I
was like, yeah, you didn't know that?
yeah, I didn't. So to reiterate,
It's the Fiydahs.
it's the Foo Fighters. It was a term used by Allied aircraft pilots during World War II to describe various UFOs and other mysterious phenomena in the skies over both the European and Pacific theaters of operation.
Wow.
The bulk of the sightings were in the last week of November 1944. Was that a election year?
Yeah.
No, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to do the math.
Okay.
Well, it's somewhere near when FDR died because Truman took over at the end of the war.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd have to look it up.
So pilots flying over Western Europe reported seeing fast-moving, round, glowing objects following their aircrafts.
Foo Fighters.
They were described as fiery and glowing either red, white, or orange. They resembled Christmas tree lights.
Aw.
And they
Cozy.
seemed to like toy with the aircraft, making wild turns and then just disappearing.
Hell yeah.
Um,
As every good Foo Fighter should.
yeah. But so Foo Fighters, the term originated in the Pacific theater. Kraut fireballs. was
David Grohl, why didn't you name your band that?
Kraut
Fireballs.
was what was described in the European theater.
I'm taking it. That's the name of my band.
Hell yeah, brother. But
Man, I shouldn't have named me and my dead brother's band Rotten Siblings. We should have been Kraut Fireball.
but Foo Fighters was more widely adopted and
Yeah, it's
more people agreed with that one.
It's alliteration.
Yeah, it's
more
funnier.
fun to say. Like
It's silly.
yeah,
Um,
Christopher Walken can't say it correctly.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. I can't get over it.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
So
Ladies and gentlemen.
the Foo Fighters.
If you don't know what we're talking about,
It's an SNL bit.
it's a video.
Oh.
So September 1941, two sailors on the SS Pulaski, a Polish merchant vessel transporting British troops, not soups,
Soups.
British troops,
British soups.
Your
over to the Indian Ocean, reported a strange glowing fucking alliterations.
Glowing fucking alliteration.
I hate this. A strange globe glowing with greenish light.
Wow.
Yeah. About half the size of the full moon as it appeared to these sailors.
And this is why we learn phonics.
Yeah. Look. I can't
Phonics?
speak.
I'm hooked on them.
Good lord. They alerted one of the British officers, and the officer watched the movements of the object for over an hour.
Wow.
That's a long time.
It's
Just
a
hung out
long
there for that
time.
long?
Pilot Officer Brian Lumsden, a New Zealander flying with number 3 Squadron's night flight, encountered 2 amber or orange-colored lights that followed him on an intruder mission over northern France in December 1942. One light was higher than the other, which appeared to rule out wingtip navigation lights from an aircraft. The lights...
The plate is flying, like, at a
cattywampus. The lights pursued him until he reached the English Channel.
Hate that.
And he was flying over France.
France.
Another pilot
French.
from his unit experienced a similar thing the following evening, but with a green light. It was published in the Christchurch Star Sun newspaper on the 4th of November, 1955. October 13th, 1944, a Royal Air Force crew from the number 178 Squadron based in Italy reported seeing lights following their aircraft over Hungary during a night raid on a place that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. A B-24 Liberator KH-103, flown by Pilot Officer Taylor, was followed by an intermittent red light for several minutes. The squadron had started reporting a bunch of similar things as early as April 1944 and continued doing so through the rest of 1944 and into 1945.
Crazy.
I can't fucking speak.
You're almost done.
We're almost done. We're getting there.
I believe in you.
Charles R. Bastian of the U.S. 8th Air Force reported one of the first encounters with Foo Fighters over the Belgium-Netherlands area. He described them as 2 fog lights flying at high rates of speed that could change direction rapidly.
Crazy.
During debrief, his intelligence officer told him that 2 Royal Air Force night fighters had reported the same thing. And it was later reported in British newspapers. U.S. Air Force pilot Dwayne Adams often related that he had witnessed 2 occurrences of a bright light which paced his aircraft for about half an hour and then rapidly ascended into the sky.
That's crazy.
Both incidents occurred at night over the South Pacific. They were both witnessed by the entire aircraft crew.
Whoa.
The first sighting occurred shortly after the end of World War II in a B-25 bomber. The second sighting occurred in the early 1960s when he was piloting a KC-135 tanker.
Neat.
Senator Ted Stevens described an encounter. Senator Ted described an encounter from the time he was in the U.S. Air Force fighter pilot, when he was a U.S. Air Force fighter pilot during World War II. He was flying, and there was an object next to me. I couldn't get rid of it. I slowed up. It was there. I sped up. It was there. I would dive. It would be there. I called. Nothing on the radar. So after World War II, a group of scientists, engineers, and former high-ranking Luftwaffe officers were questioned about the wartime balls of fire.
Right.
Specifically over the
Kraut fireballs.
Yeah, the Kraut fireballs. Reported by the U.S. Air Force. And none of the 13 people interviewed claimed any knowledge of any German secret weapons program that could have explained those sightings.
We're going to believe the Nazis?
I mean,
I'm out here.
everything
First of
else
all,
in their interviews turned out okay.
Yeah, and also, like, they were also over the Pacific, so it probably wasn't just German. But
Right.
also, like, I love that that's the thing is like, well, they said it wasn't them.
Right. They said it wasn't them.
I really love how many of these debunks are just like, well, it wasn't that. It was something else more ridiculous. And you're like, okay.
Okay.
Sure, I guess we'll believe the Nazis.
Yeah. But in the 50s through, I think, the 70s, there was also a bunch of like psychological studies done on pilots, specifically fighter pilots,
Yeah.
and their experiences of vertigo in the air. And so there is some potential for these strange occurrences with light and objects being a misinterpretation of normal ass objects
Right.
that these pilots are seeing, but because they're in the air and their perception is warped because there's not fucking reference,
Right, because you're in sky.
because you're in sky,
and you're under G-force.
that
You're in sky, go fast.
in sky go fast, that this could have been fucking anything. It could have been their brains playing tricks on them.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe they were upside down and it was their own reflection.
Yep, they scared themselves.
We were inverted. How did you see the enemy aircraft? We were
Inverted.
inverted.
Upside down.
Upside down.
Carry on.
So next we're going to talk about ghost rockets.
What?
I hadn't heard of ghost
That's
rockets.
Pardon?
Say again?
Ghost rocket?
Ghost rockets. So these
Where?
mostly in Sweden and nearby countries
Fun.
like Finland,
Scandinavia.
Scandinavia. The first reports of these ghost rockets were February 26th, 1946. Jesus Christ.
The numbers. They're gonna
You're
kill
doing a
us.
rough time this episode.
The numbers are the numbers
You're
are
doing a
killing
rough
me.
time this episode.
I don't know what's happening.
Ooh.
So between May and December 1946,
Got it.
there were 2,000 sightings.
That's so many.
With peaks on the 9th and 11th of August 1946.
Right before your birthday.
Right before my birthday that year. So 200 of those sightings, 200 of those 2,000 sightings,
1%. 10%.
10%, were verified with radar.
That's a large number.
That's a pretty good number. And authorities recovered physical fragments which were attributed to these ghost rockets. Bits and bobs.
Pieces.
In 1946, it was thought that they originated from a former Nazi rocket facility, and that they were long-range tests by Soviets, who had captured these missiles from the old Nazis.
Yeah.
They stole the rockets.
Right.
Said we're testing them now.
Yeah.
Or perhaps other forms of like early cruise missiles, because sometimes they were maneuvering. They weren't just going in a straight line.
Going up.
So the peak on the 9th and 11th of August also falls within the peak of the annual Perseid meteor shower. So that is something to take note of. Not
Meteors go this way.
right.
Rocket go that way.
Rocket go that way.
Opposite.
But I mean, if meteor going that way and rocket also going
I mean, fine.
that way,
Fine.
because if you're Earth round,
Earth round.
and so if rocket goes straight, it go curve. It what go up, go down.
Go up, go down.
Go up, go down. So the sightings consisted of fast flying rockets.
You could have not alliterated. Speedy.
very fast rockets.
Quickly flying.
Or missile-shaped objects, no wings, visible for only a couple seconds. Some of them were slow-moving, cigar-shaped objects, but most of them were very fast, missile-shaped, no-wing
Yeah.
objects.
That's crazy.
And sometimes a hissing or rumbling sound was reported with the sighting.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is our last one. And we've talked about it at length previously.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And so I'm going to be very brief.
Great.
You remember we talked about aeronauts?
Yeah.
And their funny little ships?
Yeah.
Mystery airships.
They're funny little ships.
Funny little ships. It definitely looks like a balloon.
But not balloon.
Those, not humans, though. Something next to humans.
Yeah.
Human, but
maybe
weird.
Extra fancy balloon we don't have.
Right.
Neat.
Odd airships. And so the height of these airship sightings were 1896 through end of 1896 to mid 1897.
Okay.
But that's what I got for you. Those are the different kinds of UFOs that I've got
crafts.
for you. Yeah.
Crafts.
And I said it at the beginning, but I'm going to say it again now. Technically, we could also talk about the underwater
Yeah.
phenomena.
Yeah.
However, I'm not doing that this episode.
No, that's a different thing.
I decided that gets nixed. That gets talked about in a different time.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? What comments, thoughts,
I learned a lot.
opinions?
I really, what I thought I knew was really all just saucers, apparently.
I mean,
which is
It's the most popular.
yeah. I learned a lot. You did a great job.
Fiydahs.
This was great. You do a great job.
Thank you.
I don't know why. Like, I think of the Marfa-lights as a ufological phenomena, but for some reason in my brain, I'm like, those aren't UFOs. But like, yes, they fucking are.
Yeah.
That's like the whole thing, is that they're UFOs.
Yeah.
I completely forgot to have like, oh yeah, dancing lights as one of the like types of UFO that I know of. Because that was a lot of the stuff in Mothman.
Mm-hmm.
Was just seeing lights,
Just weird lights
in fields, and that was all ufological. So yeah, just wow, good job. You're so good at doing a good like. Here's all the things. Let's talk about all the things.
Thank you.
All
I
the things
appreciate
about
it.
aliens.
I love a list.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a good list.
And you do a great job.
This
doing
was a good
list.
list.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was amazing.
You'd be an icon in early 2010s BuzzFeed content.
Oh my
yeah.
god, a listicle.
I would love that job. I'd love
Top
to.
10 UFO types. Go.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm just saying.
What UFO type are you?
My
BuzzFeed
favorite,
quiz.
like, you would be that kind. You are fantastic at this kind of content. Not that you're not
Or
really
like-
good at other content, but this
Right.
particular
Or like the
thread
fucking
of content.
the like Watch Mojo
Yeah.
videos that are like top 10 whatevers.
Yeah, like a good 2010s listicle of some kind with a quiz at the end.
Yeah.
What are you?
What are
here's
you?
Here's the top 10 UFO types. Which one are you?
Which one are you?
Read about them and then find out.
Do you like flowers?
Is your
Or-
favorite color green, blue, purple, or pink? Based on that, you're a Foo Fighter.
a Foo Fighter?
Foo Fighter.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I got for you. That's all we need to know, at least for now, about our basic basic UFO types.
Come back next week for something more.
For some more.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.
This podcast is for weirdos.
Are you a weirdo?
Thursdays are for the phenomena.